Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Beyond the Sewing Room. I'm Diane. So today I thought I'd share a couple of things, something that I've made recently and a few plans. So my most recent make, now I have left it a couple of weeks before I made this because I've been so busy, and there have been a couple of things that I've made that I really want to share with you, but I can't because I don't think the patterns have been released yet and they are for samples. So later on when they are released I will share some images on here, but I've done them for work, so it's a pity that I can't share them right now. But what I've made for myself last night when I finished was this top. Now I bought this fabric a while ago. I bought it, I think it was either late November or early December when I went fabric shopping with my friend, and I bought a few pieces and I bought some fabric to make my husband's hoodie, which I did share around Christmas time. So I made that for him, and then only recently did I make my red sweatshirt from the fabric that I bought. I made this one yesterday and I have another piece left. So I'll stand up and show you. Now it's a trusted pattern, one that I've made before, and I will be making it again. Now I have it tucked in today, but if I take it out, you can see it's a longer length, so it comes over my hips. Long sleeve t-shirt and a v-neck. So this is jersey fabric. It's cotton jersey. It's really nice. It's quite a good weight. It's got really good recovery on it. I like the V on this top, and I have made it before. I made it before Christmas and I made it in a sort of velvety rib sort of fabric in a teal colour. I really like that one, but it's not good for wearing under sweaters or under, like, when you're putting your coat on and things, because of the velvety nature of the fabric. It sort of grabs and pushes your sleeve up as you go. And I found that with everything I wear with it. And if I wear sort of like a little cami underneath or anything like that, it's sticking to it all the time. So that one, I love the look of it. It's really nice, but it was a bad fabric choice for sort of every day. It's nice for a special occasion and if you're not wearing a jacket over it. But if you're putting your jacket on frequently, or a cardigan because you have to keep going outside, then yeah, it doesn't work well with other fabrics, that one. But this one I'm finding is really comfy, and you can wear it with other things, and it's natural fibres. So the pattern, and it's the same one I used, as I said, for the other one, the deeper teal colour. It's this Mimi G one that's got all these different garments in that you can make. So I've made the long line jacket on that one. I haven't made the trousers, I don't think, on that one. I think it was just a long line jacket, and I made the top now. So I've made the top a few times and I will be making it again because I love this pattern. Such a good fit. And the only thing I did do is I shaped it a little here at the side because it was hanging a bit boxy for me. So I just did that on the inside, and I've done that on both of them. So you can make the trousers, the long line jacket with or without sleeves, and the t-shirt. And the pattern number, in case you're interested, is Simplicity 8177. So that's what I'm wearing, and that's what I've made this week. Not a lot else for me because it's just been work projects, and also this past week I've decorated my bathroom as well, so that's something else that I wanted to get done and out of the way. So next thing, I did meet up with my friend and we did a little swap of things. So I took her some fabric that I'd worked on for a project a little while ago. There's a big enough piece left to make something for her granddaughter, so I passed that on to her. We often do this, which is nice if you've got sewing friends, isn't it? And then she brought a few patterns that she was going to take to the charity shop, but she said she thought, see if I'd like them first of all, because I do like to try different things. And I have been getting rid of a lot of my patterns that I don't use anymore recently to make some space so that I'm not just hoarding everything that I won't use again. And I have offered my friend a while ago if she'd like any of them. She wasn't interested, so the ones she didn't want, I've sort of been passing them along and clearing them out. And I've put a few on eBay as well, used ones, and people don't seem to mind that as long as you put which view is cut and also the size and what have you, put all that in the description. People seem to be fine with buying a cut pattern if it's already cut in a size 12 or something like that, or 16 or an 18 or whatever. Just clearly mark it on the pattern and in your description. But I've only charged like a couple of pounds for them, so they've been well received. And these ones from my friend, she said she's got them and then they've not even been cut, so I'm going to have a go at these at some point. And the first one I would like to try for the spring summer is this one. Yes, so this Tilly and the Buttons one, I think this will be the one that I do first. I'm not sure what fabric I'm going to make this in yet. I think it'll be lovely for the spring and summer. I also think you could probably wear a top under that if you wanted to layer it up a little bit. So I think when I make this one, I will probably make it as sew along. So if you've got this pattern or you plan on getting it, this could be one to watch out for, because you'll be able to sew along with me on this channel if you wish. So yeah, I think that'll be the first one that I give a go. And then also I've got this one, a quick sew 4215. Now I have made one like this before, but I do like this shape, and I've also got, it's a dress with sort of hairs all over it in blues, which I wear quite a lot, and that's got that same kind of shape. So I do like the shape, so I may give this one a go just to see how it works out on this pattern. So I've got some fabrics that were passed on to me a while ago, and yeah, I think I'll do that one as a test run first of all with some of those fabrics and see how that one goes. I'm really interested in that one. This one, I've taken this one, but then I'm not sure. So I did think this looked quite nice, and if I could get maybe a deep green, sort of an emerald kind of lace, I think that would be really lovely as a special occasion one. So I'm not sure about that. The only thing that's putting me off at the moment is where this sits, because I think it makes you look a little bit boxy here. On this one, this image, it doesn't look that way. It has got some shape to it, but this was the view that I liked. But then looking at it, I do think it looks a bit boxy around there, so I'm not sure. But I do like it with the lace overlay. So I'm going to have a think about that one and what I want to make that one in. And then this one is sort of your classic shift dress and a little jacket. Now I've got a few patterns like this already, but they tend to vary, and I have my favourites. So it's always good to try a new one. So I think I will try this one to see how the shift dress works out on that. And I do like the look of the jacket. As I said, I've done a jacket like this before, but they tend to be different lengths, different seams. Some have princess seams and so on. So this one has, can you see here? And I like how it's got that band at the bottom, just there. So I like the look of that. So I think I'll probably be making that one too. If there's any of these that you're interested and think you might like to see a sew along game, please do let me know, because then that'll give me an idea for what you'd like to see in the future. So that's those. And then I had a little trip out, as I said, to meet my friend the other day, and we had a little chat and a little walk round our local area. And we went in the fabric shop, and the reason being, I intended on buying this, what I'm going to show you next, before Christmas. So I had some birthday money, and I went in the shop and I said, oh yeah, I'm going to buy one of these for myself, and it's a lampshade making kit. But I didn't know what fabric to get, and I didn't want to just buy it there and then. So I've come away and had a think about it. Well, we're now on February, so that's quite a while. Good few months thinking about it, actually. I thought, no, today's the day I'm going to go and buy one. So I've been and bought the kit. I checked with the lampshade in the living room to make sure it will be the right kind of size for what I want for the base of the lamp that I've got. And it's this size that I've gone for, so it's 30 centimetres. So that's the kit. And 2 of these lampshades were made up in the shop, so I know what they look like. And I had a little chat with the owner because she told me about it before making it. And I was thinking, should I go for something plain? Because it's for the living room and I've got quite a lot of bold things going on in there already. And I thought, no. If I'm going to go to the trouble of making a lampshade, I want it to be something quite wild and something that I like, wow, I really like that. And plain fabrics, as I've said before, I often keep thinking I need to add in plain fabrics to my wardrobe, but really I am drawn to the bold, bright prints. And if I'm going to make something like this and spend my money and time on it, yes, I want it to be something that I really love. So this is what I've gone for, and it is out there, but yeah, I like it. So I'm going to show you. I'll turn it so it's the right way up. So it's this one. So it's got these stags on it, and it's sort of a hot pink, and you've got a turquoise and a sort of a lilac-y pink background. I love it. And I think that's going to look great with the light shining through it as well. Now, before you think, oh, that's not going to go with anything, well, actually it will, because I've got the sofa, which is sort of the patchwork design sofa for my main sofa in my living room. And it's got this teal and this pink and sort of an olive green, there's a green in there, and a cream. And all those colours are sort of in there. And then one of my other sofas is just solid purple. So we've got purple here. and then I've got in some of my pictures these colours that are on the walls, so it will all tie in. So I'm looking forward to making that, but I'm also quite nervous because I was told that when you cut it you have to be really careful, because if you get any threads sort of loose and then you put the backing that you get in the kit and you stick it to the fabric, if you get any threads loose and they get stuck between the two layers, when you have your shade lit up you can see the threads. And apparently when the owner of the shop made one of them, she found that out the hard way, because once it's done obviously. So there's that. Then you also have to get it round the frame and you tuck it in with a little tool. She also told me like a gift card works better than the tool that you get, because the tool that you get is quite thick. So you have to take care with that. You have to make sure you get your frame the right way up, because obviously it can go on a ceiling light or a table lamp. So yeah, and then it's just getting it all on straight and flat and even with no creases in it when it's stuck to the backing. So we'll see. So when I've made it I will show it, I will share it on here, but hopefully I'm going to love it. I love the fabric. I mean, I have seen these really wild shades in shops when you go places like Derbyshire and Castleton, and seen them in Buxton, in a shop in Buxton, and they were sort of £60–70 made up in the gorgeous fabric. So the kit was £12 and the fabric, did it cost me 60. I had to buy a metre. You can get away with less, but because of the directional print that I've bought, you have to cut it a certain way. I've had to buy a metre, which is not a problem because I'll use the fabric in something else. But yeah, just be aware, if you are buying this kit you can get away with less fabric if you haven't got sort of an image that has to be a definite way up. So it's cost me £28, but as I said, you could buy cheaper fabric or you could buy less fabric depending on what you get. So if you're interested in one of those, you might want to wait and see how I get on with mine. Hopefully it'll turn out well. So that's that. So a few things that I've made. I've also been doing quite a lot of reading recently, but I thought I'd share that in another video with all the books together, because I've read in the last few weeks quite a few, and I've picked another one up at the charity shop just now for 75p. So that's not a lot, is it? But it's one by an author that I've read in the past. So I thought I'll get that one as well, and I can share that one with you. And then the last piece of fabric from that shopping trip I was talking about before Christmas is here. So I still haven't made my mind up what I want to do with this. And it is quite fleecy and cuddly on the back, and it's really cold at the moment, so I really need to make something with that. It's just deciding what to do. So as I've said, I've made this one a few times, and I've also made my high neck sweater a few times. So I really want to do something different. So I sort of need to make a decision and get on with it. So once I make my mind up, it doesn't take me long. So I finished work yesterday and then I made this one. So in, I don't know, less than, it was probably an hour just to make it. So when I'm not filming something, I can really get on with something quite quickly. It's just the filming that takes sort of all day when you have to keep stop-starting to film for a lesson and so on. Then it's a full day job because you've got to think about every step and how you're showing it. But if I'm just making it for me and just enjoying it, it's much quicker. So, especially with something like this, which is quite straightforward. So, due to the nature of this, I think it needs to be something sort of sweatshirty rather than sort of t-shirt sort of look. So, I'm going to have a think. I'm going to get my patterns out in a moment and have a look and make a choice today. So, anyway, so that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments below what you've been up to, and I'll be back soon with more sewing inspiration for you. Bye for now.